Hi, welcome. This is the Young Person's Guide to Having It All. Welcome to the experience, the extravaganza, the life-changing content that is going to change your life. At least that's my hope. And being that this is the first chapter, my goal in this chapter and this audiobook is to get you excited, because we got a lot of content to go through, and therefore I really need to do a good job on this chapter. My name is Jared R. Trust, and I am the author. I'm a wild one. I'm not normal, as you will find out as we go through the different chapters and whatnot, but that's okay. It's okay to be not normal. In fact, throughout this audiobook, I will come to a point, and hopefully you do as well, where we both find it's better to not be normal. There are advantages to that, especially when you're creating, developing, and using your subconscious to create a business. Because that comes from our mind. And our mind is capable of very powerful things. In fact, we are defined by it. We are defined by our thoughts. And thus we are defined by our actions. So let's get started. First, I want to tell you a story. Actually, not a story. This is an experience I had. And I'm telling you because I want you to know how important it is to discuss and talk and think about your dream at every possible opportunity. And the reason for that is, months ago I walked into a Trader Joe's, of all places, get some groceries and some free coffee, which as we go, we're going to talk about why Trader Joe's offering free coffee to its shoppers, customers, and prospects is a genius marketing tool. Because one, coffee costs them nothing. It brings customers into the store. And it makes them happy. It makes them awake. It makes them hungry. So then they're shopping hungry. That's some brilliant marketing there. And you go into Ralph's or Vons or any of these other supermarkets, you can buy some old coffee. Not freshly made 4 hours before, because no one buys it, for like $2 for a small cup. So Trader Joe's is, and as you'll find out, this is one of my top recommendations as far as marketing. People, when we're there, people need to try and see and experience your product, your service. Or how are they going to know that you're offering it? How are you going to help them and offer them a great product if they don't know you have a product, nor do they know what it tastes like? What it feels like to drink it and sip it. So we're going to talk about the best way to do that. But continuing with my story at Trader Joe's, I walk in and I'm drinking some coffee. Brilliant. And I start talking to the nice young lady. She's African American. And we're talking about her day. And of course me, out of curiosity. And through the development of this book, I've been asking everybody, so what do you do? She says, I love working here. I love being around food and people. I said, well, that's great. If what do you do on the side though? Like when you get home? Like, what would you do if you could do anything? She said, well, I get a lunch break in 30 minutes. And that's my favorite part of the day. Because when I was a kid, my dad used to take me to all the restaurants. And I would get to try all the different kinds of food. And because of that, that's what I want to do. That's my dream. I said, wow, that's cool. I've heard people saying they write books or play video games, but just traveling and eating, that's a great dream. That's awesome. And I could see she was getting excited, like everyone does when I get people to start talking about what they love. They get very excited to the point where they have to like stop because they're getting too excited, especially if they're not pursuing it. So she continued on. Also, I want to stay in hotels. I want to stay in nice hotels and eat and travel. And in my mind, I'm thinking, now, how could she do that and make money? And I'm coming up with a couple ways in my mind. But before I could say anything or respond to her, a lady next to us walks up to her and says, I like you. I'm going to hook you up, girl. And this is another African American lady, older lady, with a bag. You know, kind of normal looking, nothing nice on. You'd never know. She says, I am the manager at the Ritz-Carlton, the big one. And that's what I do. I need your name and your phone number. And that was amazing. She got very excited, but I could see she couldn't believe it. But I could. It's funny how that happens, isn't it? So, I knew this was important and this was a special moment for her. So, I said, thanks, nice talking to you. And I stepped away so that could happen. And that was special. And that's all it takes. That's all it takes. So let's do this. On to 1.1.